All right. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a goodie. That's a goody gumdrop. John 21. John 21. Get John 21 in one hand. And get, I won't place in Matthew. I don't have it marked. I don't have my marked Bible with me. The Bible I used to teach with is at home. I don't even carry it in meetings anymore. I've got so many notes and I'm afraid to lose it. So when I come to meeting, I just take a Gideon Bible out of a hotel where I am and borrow it for a while. And doesn't have any cross-reference in it, so I'm have to look up some stuff here, and I can't memorize all the places that I should know. But I want to place, if some of you can find it before I do, I want John 21 in one hand, then I want to place in Matthew. It says, the man loves father, mother, daughter, or son more than me. He's not worthy of me. Anybody got that? 13? 13 what? I'm looking at the end, don't see it. No, I don't what I want. If any man loves father, mother more than me is not worthy of me, and whoever takes this cross. Sir? 16. No, I want a verse there that says, man love father and mother more than me. Maybe it's in Mark. 10. Matthew 10 what? 10:37. That's it. 10:37. Or I get Matthew chapter 10:37 and John chapter 21. All right, here's what the young man is talking about. And this is a famous one, pulling all the Greek classes. And the idea is this: there's one Greek word for love that looks like this. It's called agapao. And that thing is what you call an alpha contract verb, which simply means when you put this thing together, you put this omega and this alpha here together, and then indicate it by the accent over it. And that thing there means I love, present active linear tense, I am loving. Then the other word is this, phileo. That's an epsilon contract verb, where you put the omega and the epsilon together and indicate it by the accent. And that one there means I am friendly with or kindly disposed towards. That's the shade of meaning in those two words. There's what the scholars find fault with. Come to John 21 in the King James. And they're finding fault with the fact that these words are translated both times here as the same word. John 21. John 21:15. So when they had dined, Jesus saith to Simon Peter, Simon son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? Agapao, there. He said to him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. Phileo, there. He saith to feed my sheep. He saith him again the second time, Simon son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Agapao. He saith to him, Yea, Lord, thou know I love thee. Phileo. He said, feed my sheep. He said to him the third time, Simon son of Jonas, Phileo. Change at that time. Lovest thou me? And then so forth and so on. Now the idea is here, well, if these two words are different, then why are they translated the same way? And if they're both translated the same way, then of course we lose the meaning and the fine distinction that is brought out by the Greek verb, Blah, 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 And the idea is, after all, only the original text is verbally, plenary inspired, and think of the nuggets in the Greek text you miss if you don't know original Greek. That's the deal. And the answer to that is Matthew chapter 10. Matthew chapter 10, verse 37. He that loveth father and mother more than me is not worthy of me. Phileo. That's phileo right there. Same word. He that loveth son. Do you mean to tell me that should be translated as whoever is friendly disposed toward his father and mother? Nonsense. The word can be translated either way. Well, one place there, when he said, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, soul, strength, and mind, it's phileo. It isn't agapao. Well, what are you going to translate? You're going to translate that thing, be friendly disposed. When you get the first commandment, you're going to say, Hear, O Israel, the first commandment is thou shalt be friendly disposed toward God. Nonsense. It's love. And the answer to that thing is there might be some occasions where that might be translated as be friendly, but not here. Not here. And the fellows who raise the biggest stink about that, the way to pin them down is pull out an ASB or a new ASB or a new IV, some other translation they have confidence in, and make them turn to that passage and give how they translated it there. They translated it just like the King James. I'm telling you, they'll lie to you. They'll lie to you like a dog. And that word there can be translated either way. You have another good example here. Here's a word in Acts chapter 12. You got this word Pascha. And it says, intending after Easter to bring forth Simon Peter to the people, Acts chapter 12. Well, that thing is Pascha. If you wrote that thing out in English, it looked like that. That's the alpha C, that's the CH, that's the key, that's the S, that's the sigma, that's the A, that's the alpha, and that's the P, that's the pi. And that, you transliterate, it look like that. Now that word is translated as Passover in the Bible over and over again. What they'll do is get a King James Bible and say, you see that there? You have no business translating that Easter because that word should be Passover. So they'll say it's a mistake in the King James Bible to translate that as Easter. How many have heard that? You ever hear that one? That's a tip, that's another bopper. And the answer to that thing is there in that passage, Acts chapter 12. It is the Jews who keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is the Passover, and it's Herod the Roman who observes Easter because that's what the Romans call it. They call it Easter. Poor old John R. Rice said, why, Easter wasn't known for the time of Christ. Why, sure it was. That's the Babylonian name for Ishtar. That's the Babylonian name for Astarte. Why, back in Judges chapter 2, she's called Ashtoreth. That holiday was known 2,000 years before the time of Christ. And all the pagans observed it. And they call it Easter. That's the right word to call it. If you had Martin Luther's German Bible, you'd find every time that word there occurs, old Martin translates this way. Old Martin call that thing, he'll call it Easter every time it shows up. He don't call it Passover one time. The reason why he calls it Easter is because to German readers and English readers, that's what it would be. It'd be Easter. The good rule to remember is the King James is always right and the scholars are always wrong. And nobody's found an exception yet. All right, something else. Nothing like a Bible to clear up a college education.